Hello everybody, my name's Nicola and welcome back to my channel. This is the Frugal Cottage, where we talk all things money to help you on your financial journey. Today's video is another FreeTrade update. It's my experimental portfolio. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get started. So another month has gone since I last did my FreeTrade update. This is the experimental portfolio that I started a couple of months ago. 3 months ago maybe. I'll leave a link below to the strategy that I have for this, but I thought I would show you where I'm up to. It's about to hit a milestone, so I'll share that with you as well, and then kind of talk through what my plan is going forward. But yeah, so this is the one where I put in £10 a week every Friday into this portfolio, and just to see how it goes. It's invested in American companies, and these are things that I think, and remember this is just what I think, this is not a recommendation for you to buy these. These are kind of the things I'm hoping that will grow in value. This is not a dividend portfolio at all, which is strange considering that I talk about dividends like all the time. I've recently done a video about why I'm a dividend investor and the power behind dividend investing. I'll leave a link below to that if you want to check it out after this one. But yeah, this is my FreeTrade portfolio as of today and recording. Here we go. So you can see there that my portfolio is £199.84 at the time of filming this. So it is so close to that £200 milestone. I remember I'm only putting £10 a week into this, so that feels like quite an achievement already, which is good. It just shows you that consistency over what feels like quite a short space of time really does pay off. So if you're starting to think about investing, be consistent even if the amounts are really small, as you'll see. So if I scroll down, you can see my investments here are there, and the majority are green. A couple of them are in the red. So the first one we'll look at is Fiverr. So that is up, my holding in that, if I scroll down, is up 32.78%, or £11.86 I've gained on that so far. The last time I bought some of those was the 4th of December. You can see that I put in £10 worth, because that's a Friday, into that one there, so I'm happy with that. The next one is Amazon. So that's actually, my holding has gone down by 0.78%, or 33p. Not too worried about that at the moment. Amazon is such a big company, but also it kind of tends to fluctuate. You can kind of see there that it fluctuates, although the yearly one is insane. But if we scroll down, I recently bought those. So the 20th of November was the last time I put £10 into Amazon. And you can see there that I don't even own, in fact nowhere near, I own 0.017 of a share of Amazon. That's because per share they are $3,158 as of recording, so obviously I can't afford that. So I put in £10 at a time, which is such a tiny amount, but that's the good thing about FreeTrade, is that it lets you put in small amounts and buy what are called fractional shares, so tiny parts of that company. The next one I have is Tesla. Now they've gone up again. They've gone up 52% in the last month as a share price. 52, that's insane. It's just the numbers, when you kind of think about that in terms of how much that company is worth, is just, it's just mind-boggling. But if you scroll down, you can see I've got 0.08 of a share here. It's up 53% on my investment, so that's £14.35 up there. I only own like 0.08% of a share, again because the share price is so high. It's $641 per share in that company. And the last time I bought some of those was October. So actually they're probably on my, because I try to rotate what I buy in these, so that's probably time to buy that again sometime soon. But again, you can see I put the same amounts in there for that. Apple. So Apple again kind of going upwards. Can you see that the reason why I've got these individual companies in this portfolio, remember it's the experimental one, is because hopefully I will see a growth in the share price, which means that the share price will go up, and that's how you make your profit. Again, not a personal recommendation, but this is Apple, and at the moment it is worth, well, my holding is worth £35. I own 0.37 of a share there, and it's up 5%, £1.78. You can see there that the last time I bought Apple was in November. So again, a fairly kind of, if you look, it goes up In fact, all of those graphs are green for Apple. There you go. Zoom. Now Zoom's the one there, it was doing really well, and then kind of everybody seemed to go back to work and it dropped a bit, but that's okay. I think that in the long run this will probably still do okay. Again, not a personal recommendation, just my opinion, but kind of green, so red and green is kind of, but if you look at the yearly, because remember holding shares should be a long-term thing. Over the past year they've gone up, in the past year they've gone up 518%. So, you know, we'll see how this goes. I own 0.05 of a share there, so it's down 12% at the moment of my holding. The last time I bought some of those was the 2nd of October. So I don't have a lot invested in Zoom actually, and because it's not a big amount, kind of the drop seems like a bigger percentage, I suppose. And then the last one, and Netflix is the first thing I bought in this experimental portfolio, and it's currently up, my holding is currently up 4.13% or 65 pence, and I currently have £16.46 in there, so 0.04 of a share in fact I've not bought that in ages. In fact, the last time I bought that was the 30th of October. So you can see, like, I'm only putting in small amounts, and they only buy me small amounts of the share in total, because all of these companies, their per share are quite a lot of money. So, you know, you're talking hundreds of dollars per share, whereas this, if I put £10 in a week, I can still buy tiny parts of that company and it still works in the same way. And if I scroll back up, so yeah, £199.86. I wonder if that will tip over the £200 mark today. I'm filming this in the morning, so I wonder if that will tip over that later on. But we'll see. But that is my experimental portfolio update for December. And considering I only started that a while ago, I'm pleased with how that looks. Again, this is a long-term thing, so I'm kind of thinking of doing this for like 10 years plus, and then it will hopefully give us like a nice lump sum at that stage to use for whatever we see fit at that time. It's not necessarily going towards early retirement. It isn't. That's not the aim of this. That my early retirement portfolio, and I'll leave a link below to the most recent one I did on that, is an entirely different beast, if you like. This is going to be something that's different. It will kind of just give us that bit extra. I'm enjoying the experimental side of it. It's not something that I could do in my main stocks and shares ISA because of the fractional shares thing. So yeah, that's my FreeTrade update for you. How are you getting on? Do you use FreeTrade? Do you use the fractional shares thing? Let me know in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow for yet another video in Vlogmas.